Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. For today's workout, all you need is your body and a mat. And we're gonna get started right in the center of our mat on hands and knees. Once you get to hands and knees, shoulders right over those wrists, I want you to drop down to your forearms. Open the knees nice and wide, and you're gonna extend your tailbone back, forehead on the ground, and flip the palms up. And then just give yourself a nice little tap on those shoulders. Just opening up through the back of the arms, triceps. Start to tune into your breath here, staying here for around 3 to 5 breaths. Inhaling through the nose. Exhaling, soften. Settle that forehead heavy. Think of your pelvis sinking a little heavier between your legs. 2 more breaths. One more. And you'll begin to lift your gaze, reach those arms forward, really lengthen those fingertips a little inch forward. And then eventually you'll come back to hands and knees. Let's do a couple of cat-cows. So just inhale, lift your heart, lift your tail. And a little scoop and round the spine, exhale. 2 more. Just waking up. 1 more. You're going to lengthen gazes forward, neck is long, and we're going to drop down to those forearms again. So right here for some serratus push-ups, we're just going to feel the scapulas hug the spine as our chest lowers to the floor. You're going to exhale, push down out with those forearms and widen through the scapulas. So inhale, a little squeeze the scapulas and then feel them widen across those back ribs. Keep the integrity of the spine, one long line from head to tail as we continue our scapula push-ups here, otherwise known as your serratus push-ups. Good. Just building some heat through the shoulders. 3. Just gently hug that navel to the spine. 2. 1 more in full range. And just give me a little hug. So somewhere right between where your shoulders are most stable, you're going to reach your chest forward. Your shoulders will go over your elbows, and then you'll stack those shoulders right back over them. So shoulders forward, and then align them right back over the elbows. Keeping the shoulder blades broad and wide. Good. A few more. Hug those ribs in and down. 2 more. 1 more. And after that last one, good, you'll come up to hands and knees. This time, take your hands a healthy handprint forward. Tuck the toes under, and you're gonna lift those knees and tail and meet me in a downward facing dog. So gaze is right between those toes. Bend those knees. Really feel those armpits wrap towards the floor. Good, you're gonna raise those heels as high as you can, and you're gonna measure out to your first plank. So you might need to step those feet back. Again, stacking the shoulders over the wrist. Lengthen the heels back, chest reaching forward. Take a big breath here, especially into that side body. Then you're gonna exhale, pike those hips up to a downward facing dog again. Keep the heels where they are. And then again, wave that spine forward and through. You're finding your high plank. Pushing down out with those palms, hinge at the hips, downward facing dog. And you can pick up the pace here if you like. Starting to warm up that whole engine, shoulders. Feeling how those backs of those legs feel. Make sure you're arriving in plank each time you lengthen out. Good. Three more. 2 more. 1 more. We'll meet in that plank, hold and breathe for 5 more seconds. You've got this. 4. Push down now with the palms of those hands. 3, 2, 1. Knees down. Child's pose. Big breath in. And a nice release. Exhale. You'll walk your hands in towards your knees. You'll take a tall seat and just swing those legs forward. Good, so we're just rolling back halfway here. So keep your knees bent, feet flat on the mat, arms straight ahead. Take a breath. And again, initiating from our mid-back, we'll roll back. Hollow out those low abs, take a breath. Tuck the tailbone gently, collarbone stay broad, rise all the way on up. And we'll do this a few more times. Inhaling at the top, scooping, just rounding back into that big capital C curve, and then rising back up. So just warming up the spine. Maybe you're going back another inch every time. Good. Again, just being mindful that the crown of the head is lengthening towards the ceiling, trying to shorten that spine. One more plane. Good. Next time you roll back, you'll stay back, so don't go too far. Good, pausing back in the C curve. Again, really tucking that tail. You'll go up an inch and back an inch. Really folding at those bottom ribs. Feet stay heavy as best you can to the ground. Keep sliding those ribs down towards your hips. You have 4. You have 3. You have 2. Now staying in that C curve, stay back on 1, right arm up. Exhale, inhale back, left arm up. Good, so your range might not be as big as mine. If your bicep isn't meeting in the ear, that's totally fine. I want you to focus on what's happening in that thoracic spine. So your arms only lift as much as your ribs stay knitting in and down. 3, 2, 1. Arms forward, abs back, scoop, and rise up. One more. Stay with me. Inhale, exhale, roll it back. Now, if you're feeling good, let's go for both arms. Arms up, exhale, and down. If 2 arms is not for you, you'll go to single arm. Again, maintaining the neck long, chin parallel to the floor. You're here for 4, 3, 2, 1. Arms stay forward, stay back, tuck even more, and slowly, very slowly, roll down onto your backs. Good job. Once you've touched down, let's stay down for a little bit. Let's go into some curls. So head is heavy into the cup of the hands, really interlace those fingertips. Heavy your tail, and then we'll float the elbows up and curl up. So again, head heavy into the palm of the hands. And then you'll lengthen the spine back down. Keep going. Exhale to curl. And inhale to lengthen back. Right, again, your gaze is right between those knees as you curl up. Again, initiating from that rib cage, heavying down to the mat. 3, 2. You'll meet me up in your curl. Float one leg at a time to tabletop. Actively squeeze your ankles, knees, and thighs together. Both toes are going to reach towards the mat. And then you're going to lift right back up. Hinging from those hips. So keep actively squeezing those knees, ankles, thighs together as we continue your toe taps. Good. Now you can totally stay here. If you'd like a little extra, maintain the neutral pelvis, toes down, head away, and then you'll curl right back up. Toes lengthen, head away. Exhale, meet in the middle. Good. Keep those collarbones broad. You're here for 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one, you'll curl up. Please stay up, arms reaching forward, and start pumping for your 100. Inhaling through the nose for 5 counts. Exhaling out the mouth. Keep pumping. And breathing. Exhale out. 2 more times. Exhale. 1 more time. Exhale, stay up. Everyone hold, right leg out, take a breath. Bring it back in, exhale, left leg out. Just one more on each side, finishing up that 100. Keep breathing. Keep lengthening. And rest. Rock those knees from side to side. Really nice work. Good, and you'll plant your feet down. In fact, let's take our feet and just heel toe them out. So just as wide as your mat. Toes are facing 11 and 1 o'clock. So we'll just do a wide bridge here. So tuck the tailbone gently, peel those hips off the mat, and pause here. So think of stretching those knees out to those diagonal lines. Really root evenly into both feet. Squeeze the seat. And use that exhale, sternum heavy, rib cage falls heavy. And then eventually your tail. Good. So you'll do this a few more times. Inhaling to neutral, scoop, and rise. Pausing at the top. And then again, melting the spine down one vertebra at a time. Give yourselves 2 more before we add on. Last one. We'll meet in our high bridge. We're holding it up. Again, a little tuck that tail. We'll hover the booty halfway and drive it back up. So the only reason why our hips are lifting is we're driving down into all 4 corners of both feet. Rise, lengthen, squeeze, lengthen that tail down halfway and up. 5, 4, 3. Meet me at the top, take a pause, and then melt it all the way on down. Good, so now walk those feet into a traditional bridge. So your feet are just sits bones distance apart. And again, we'll roll it up. Now finding that inner thigh line, knees stretching forward, abs zipping up, and then articulate down. 2 more, please. Tucking, rising up. Mentally feel those heels pulling in and lengthen back down. This final one, you'll stay up. Good, holding up at the top again, retuck. March that right leg to tabletop, exhale. Plant that right foot down, left leg. Good. So I have my arms down today. You can challenge yourselves on maybe floating those arms up to the ceiling. Just do what's best for your body today. Good, maintaining those hips nice and leveled, nice and square to the ceiling. 3, 2, 1. Right leg to tabletop, please, holding it up. And again, we'll go for those dips. Lower and lift. Lower, lift. Just 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. No break. Right foot down. Hold. Curl. Left leg up. Lengthen that tail down and up. Down and left for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. Foot down. Hips square. Scoop and roll it down. Awesome. Extend your legs long out underneath you. Arms reach back. Just take a good stretch here. And then settle here. Take a breath. While curl the head, heart, and shoulders up. See your toes and peel your way on up. Okay. Cross the ankles. You're going to meet me at an all fours position. Again, at the front end of your mat. And we're going to do some push-ups. So 2 ways. We're doing diamond push-ups today. So you're going to make a little diamond shape with those hands right in the center of your chest. Make sure it's not any higher. You're going to work those neck muscles. You want to work those pecs. So you can stay here. Your armpits are going to wrap in no matter what. Elbows reach back as you take your chest towards your thumbs and then press the ground away. So if you'd like a little more, you may head into your modified plank. Swing those hips forward, glutes strong, and continue your diamond push-ups. But make sure those hands or right at heart center. Elbows reaching back. Wherever you're at, you got 5. No need to lower too low. Breathe in. Exhale, press away. 4. Breathe in. 3. Exhale away. 2. One more full range. If you can meet me down halfway, hold it, and little pulses. Little ones. Lengthen. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Push away. Exhale. Nice work. Child's pose. Okay, so if you could stay on your wrist, try to do so. You can always drop down to your forearms. We're gonna start with that left leg extended out long underneath us. Square hips to the ground. Right arm forward, left leg up. Pause here. Take a breath, arm and leg just lift. And lift. Lift a little more. Keep going. 5, 4, 3, gazes forward. 2, 1, pause, arm and leg open out to the diagonal, and then hug back in towards your midline. Arm and leg open, and leg hug back in. Could be 2 inches, it could be 4. Just maintain that stability in that shoulder and pelvis. 4, 3, 2, 1 more. Keep your left leg where it is, right hand comes back to the floor. From here, point your left toes and draw tiny circles in one direction. Little ones, precise ones, parallel ones. You got 4, 3, 2, 1. Reverse the direction, up and around. Lengthen. Like your toe is a magic marker. Keep lengthening. Head away from foot for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rest that knee down. Rest the knee down, but I want you to face the center of your room. Right hand is on the mat, right knee underneath the hip, left leg out to its side. So just take a moment to stretch that left arm over your head. Big breath here. And then left arm up, you're gonna use that exhale to rise all the way up here. Good. So a little tuck at the tail, left toe straight ahead. You're gonna side bend to the right. You're gonna exhale, come up. Side bend out. And just think of reaching a little further each time. So we're lengthening out to the diagonal. And then just be mindful of those ribs, floating rib, just hug them in and down. Each way. Exhale, lift. Good. 4, 3, 2. On the next one, stay out. Come up halfway. Right hand at heart center. Little pulses up and down. Up and down. Close those bottom ribs. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Once again, we hold. Right hand back to the floor. And then take that stretch. Left hand will come behind the head. Gently press your skull back into the cup of the hands. Now shift that weight into the right leg, the right hand, so the left leg will lift and lower. Lift and lower. Lengthen to lift. 6, 5, 4, out to lift. 3, 2. Leg stays lifted. Left arm reaches over the head. Take a breath. Exhale. Bring it towards your midline. Knee to elbow. Lengthen it back away. Exhale again. And away. Keep going. 6. The knee does not have to kiss that elbow. Just think of it coming towards your midline for 5, 4, 3, 2. Maybe they touch that last one. No big deal. Hold it and stretch. Stay here for a moment. And then drag that left knee towards your right. And then take this child's pose with your arms to the right and hips to the left. Just opening up to that left side body. 2 more breaths here. Release the neck. Drop your head. Good. Walk your hands to center. Roll your way up. And you know we got the other side. So let's work on those push-ups. I know you love them. So again, modifying if needed, knees directly underneath the hips. Otherwise, maybe you're going for a full plank or back to that modified plank. Maybe try stretching those legs to straight for the first one. Give me one. Or maybe two with straight legs. You can always drop your knees into your modified plank. Wherever you're at, keep going. One long line from head to tail. Lower, exhale, press away. 3. I'm gonna finish them off my knees. 2. 1. Ready for those pulses? Little pulses. Yep, little ones. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Push away. And child's pose. Good job. Okay. Let's work this right leg. So, all fours, right leg reaches back, left arm reaches forward. Meet me in your bird dog. So again, square your right hip to the floor, hand away from foot, start to lift, not open up. Tiny pulses up. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Pause with the leg and arm up. Open them out, left to right. Exhale, hug it back towards your midline. Again, inhale. Keep breathing. Your gaze is slightly forward. Make sure all sides of the neck are long. Open and close for 4, 3, 2, 1 more. The right leg stays lifted, left hand underneath the hip. Pause here. Point that right toe, little circles. Pretend you're drawing little circles at the wall behind you. Again, push down now with those palms of your hands. 4, 3, 2, hold it up, reverse it. 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest it down. Face the center of the room, left hand underneath the shoulder, left knee underneath the hip, right arm up. So all 5 toes are straight ahead. Give yourself a nice little stretch. Good, right arm reaches up, and then you're gonna use that exhale to turn all the way up here. So all 5 toes straight ahead, arms out, you'll side bend, breathe in. Exhale, rise up. Inhale, we lengthen. Exhale, return back up. Keep going. Try to think of reaching a little further each time. And the pelvis tends to float away, right, behind you, so think of gently pressing those hips forward. And up. Let's do 3. 2. Last one, plain. Now meet me out on that diagonal line. Come up a little bit. Left hand at heart center. Look up, little pulses up. Yep. Hug those ribs in and down. Good. 7, 6, 5, 3 more, 2 more, 1 more. Left hand to the floor. Big stretch here. Right hand comes behind the head. Gently push your skull back. We're aligning head in line with tail. Shift weight into that left hand so your right leg lifts and lowers back down. Hip height. Try. Good. Keep reaching head away from foot. It's going to help find that opposition. Maybe that right leg will feel a little lighter. Good. 3, 2, 1. Leg is up. Right arm reaches out. Take a breath. Exhale. They hug in the middle. And they lengthen away. Exhale. Inhale. Stretch with intention away. Here we go. 4, 3, 2, I think we gotta do one more. Let's do one more. Take a length, pull it in, reach away and stretch. Big breath here. And then knee comes to right knee, or right knee comes to left knee, and take that side bend. Hands to the left, think hips to the right. And then you'll walk your hands to center and all the way on up. We're gonna finish this workout facing the front end of our mats again. We'll meet in a high plank, extending one leg out at a time. Shoulders over those wrists, take a big breath here. And you'll meet me up with that tail, downward facing dog. And for this one, you can bend those knees, start pedaling out those feet. Then from here, we'll wave forward to our final round of triceps. So you can rest those knees down if you'd like, modifying. Right hand's gonna come forward, elbows are gonna bend, extend, and then right hand comes back underneath that. Right shoulder, left hand goes forward, elbows bend. So we're doing a staggered tricep press. One hand forward, elbows are still reaching back. Make sure your glutes are firm as you maintain one long line from head to tail. Whole spine goes down, whole spine comes back up. One piece, push away. Good. Keep reaching your chest forward. Exhale. 2 more to each side. 2. Last one to each side. And rest. Nice work. I'll finish you off with a good stretch. Just take a nice tall seat, comfortable seat in the center of your mat. We'll reach our right arm up, give it a nice little tap tap at the back of the shoulder. Left hand's gonna grab that right elbow. Gently press your skull back into that arm. Just settle here. Allowing the ribs to soften back in and down. And maybe give yourself a little side bend to the left. Good, release that. Left arm up, give yourself a little tap tap. Grab that left elbow, gently press that skull back. Again, breathing into that whole side body. That left tricep, maybe giving a little side bend. Good. Releasing all of that. Let's take a little quick side bend. Big breath here. Keep that left sitting bone heavy. Use that exhale to rebound back up to the opposite side. And back up. One more to each side. Exhale. Last one. And up. And you friends are all done. Nice work today.